What is happening, folks? Thought I'd mix it up and go a little easy listening on our intro music there. And so, my name is Jimmy G. We got Billy the Kid up in the top right corner. But, Billy, if you want to just say hey and just kind of introduce our special guest.
Yeah, man. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Forge on this beautiful Sunday night, the 10th of August. God damn, I can't believe summer's almost over.
Crazy.
We've got a super awesome guest. I've been trying to get him on for too long. We've got Mike Kincaid of the Reflector Files, one of my favorite Instagram channels, one of my favorite YouTube channels, one of my favorite Facebook guys. Like, I love it. I know you do so much more, though, than the Reflector Files. So, Mike, please tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
When you said that you had a super special guest, I was going to ask if the super special guest was in the room with us. I have the Reflector Files both on Facebook and Instagram, and on TikTok, as a matter of fact. Although I don't post on there quite as much. I play in a local band called Social Call. That is pretty much mostly a classic rock band, and I also have a recording project online called the McCullen Project, and that is a band that I am in. It's a two-man band. It's me and my drummer from my old band Angel Down, and he lives a couple states away, but we still send each other tracks back and forth and do some recording, and we're a little bit more of a hard rock metal type outfit, so that scratches that itch a little bit more, so that's cool. I have a t-shirt business at dragonStarShop.com. There it is. It just popped up.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Miraculous.
Promotions, baby. Promotions.
That's pretty much how I got to know a lot of you guys, because I started doing that about 7 or 8 years ago, maybe. And I met a lot of people at TF cons and retro cons and stuff, and bot cons since then. And that's my t-shirt, my side t-shirt business, basically all original artwork, but it's a lot of mashup stuff, a lot of Transformers, G.I. Joes, Star Wars, all kinds of 80s goodies. So yeah, check that out.
I did not realize that was your booth at TFCon.
And the shirts are comfortable as hell, by the way. Just want to put that out there. The materials that you use are fantastic.
I'm glad you said that, because I was using a different shirt up until maybe like a year and a half ago, and I got access to another. I'm limited to the styles of shirts that I'm able to use, but I did get that new one. It's a district shirt, and I did hear a lot of feedback that echoed what you just said. It was really, it feels a little bit less like you're wearing a pizza box and more like it just kind of lays on you. So
yeah, lays and flows, man. It's good stuff.
Yeah, so, I just want to show off the site. If y'all don't know it, dragonStarShop.com. Is it up there? Can y'all see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, but I was looking through some of the designs, and you're going to make me go broke if I start buying some of this stuff, especially the Rebel Alliance plumbing. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so good.
I love it. I love it. Please support your artists and all that good stuff. But yeah, I did not even know that was yours. When I would pass by the booth, and thank God you're very fluffy friendly, and you have 3X and 4X sizes too as well.
Yeah, man. Yep.
That's I need that, because I like my Oreos and things like that. So, but we do have some really cool news, but we do have some people in the chat too as well that Billy wants to say hey to.
Yeah, we definitely got a lot of people to say hi. So first off, we've got DevCon Studios came in right off the bat saying, Mike, what's up? We got Candace from Primal Parodies here. Candace is a regular. Candace is awesome. Can't wait to have you on soon. But she came in and said, yo, Mike and Vanessa are good people.
Likewise, Candace. Likewise.
Yeah, Candace is good people. We got Paul Morales coming in saying hello. Princeton Felix, awesome. Welcome. Nice to have you back. Autocorrect Primer is driving and listening to us on the way home. So listen, be safe. Don't do anything crazy. And what do we got here? As I hit the wrong button. How do I do that? Wearing the Deceptus. God damn it. Wearing the Skeptical hate now.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
Good stuff. And Candace is back
it.
with you, man. Mike is so creative and talented with his merch on his photography. And Derek is saying nice looking shirts. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, the shirts are so comfortable and they withstand washes. I just have to put that out there, man, because, sometimes when you get the designs on, shirts can break down over time, but we're pretty washing heavy family, I guess we're going to say, and they've withstood. And I want to say it's really quality stuff.
That's
Yeah,
all.
it's direct to garment printing, so they should. I've heard that before too. Like people that have bought the shirts during year one that wore the
Yeah.
hell out of them still say they look pretty decent. So that's good.
That's
Yeah,
great. That's
absolutely.
awesome. So
Let's talk some toys, buddy.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk some turkey or whatever. Let's do this. First of all, some of y'all may wonder where we get some of our news and stuff like that. I do peruse a lot of the internet. There's two main sources though that I do want to shout out, and that is TM Reviews and TFW 2005. Both of them do a really, really amazing job at scouring the internet as well, finding all sorts of news and things like that. So huge shout out to those guys. If you're not subscribed, TM Reviews does YouTube reviews as
Yeah,
well as has a lot of news on his Facebook page. And then TFW is just a huge bulletin board and has forums and things like that. But there's a bunch of other ones that are out there too. I'm trying to get a Weibo account, but it's just like I can't understand anything they say on there.
I tried
anyway.
and it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
But
So-
yeah, TM Reviews, I think I send you his post at like 6 in the morning.
You do. Absolutely. You're like,
And-
here's another one. I'm like, oh my God, I'm still
Yeah.
asleep. Yeah. And then we got another kind of site corroborating
Jesus Christ.
Michael Bay new
Like-
movie. So
If they would have just stuck with Bumblebee and the magic they did with that movie, everything would have been fine. Or stuck with TF1. We don't need to go back to Michael Bay's like racist jokes, sexual jokes, and nothing to do with Transformers movies. What's up, Big Easy? Sorry, guys, I had to do that. It pisses me off that we're getting Michael Bay back.
I agree wholeheartedly with both things that you said. The Bay thing, and I'm gonna say I did give it a chance in the very beginning, the 07 movie. Like I went into that movie really with a positive outlook, I wanted to like it, and I came out hating it, and I've hated pretty much everything ever since. Bumblebee was a step in the right direction. I feel like Knight cared about the property a little bit more than Michael Bay did. But at the end of the day, TF1, it was the exact opposite for me.
that was a love letter.
I went into that movie expecting to hate it. And like 10 or 15 minutes into the movie, I looked over at Nessa and I'm like, dude, this is awesome. And it was marketed horribly.
Yep.
Because even after I saw the trailers, I'm thinking kind of like a Pixar buddy cop type of movie or whatever. But like, man, TF1 blew my doors off, and it was probably the movie I've been waiting for since 1989.
Yeah, absolutely.
100% agree with that. TF1 does not get the love that it deserves, and it needs it. It needs the cult following.
Man.
It needs to keep the toys coming. I want to see them. I want to see third parties making those toys, and see that happen too as well. Love the designs. Love everything that they do on that. So let's go into a little bit of news here. We're going to start out with Takara Tomy, and I do have a video we will start with, and some of y'all may have already seen this, and this will give me a copyright strike, but I don't care. So let's take a look.
洗練
Over
そして変形合体と可動の両立すべての究極を追求した完成品合金モデルシリーズアダマスマキナト
I
ラ
don't
ンス
know
フォ
why,
ーマ
but the
ー第
Japanese
2弾
accent makes everything sound cool.
It makes it sound so badass, but I really want to come in and do like shitty
AMT-02
sushi jokes
プレダキング
in South Park.
トランスフォーマー2010の人気エピソード原子の呼び声の劇中作画をイメージソースとしてアニメ制作会社トリ
It's
ガー
4
所属
minutes
の
long.
雨
It's going to
宮
tell you all
明
about
監
it,
督が
all
コン
this
セ
stuff.
プトアートを担当
It is
コンセプトデザインをベースにタカラトミーで培われた変形技術を盛り込むこと
we
で
deserve,
完全変形
but
合体
it's
トイとして
small.
再構
Like
築した
they're charging
機能的なダイキャスト
major
配分を
dollars
施
for
した
something
完成品モデル
that
は
is just like
全
chug
高
scale.
約300ミリ
correct. $450.
スペックは
Like,
アマルガメーション
450.
合体形態からの
but it's beautiful. Like
It is beautiful.
it's beautiful. But 450 bones for a chug.
It better got metal in it.
No. I haven't seen them use metal in some time.
I love the design though. I mean, because it does still follow that, like, you know, the hot rod Adamus Machina.
It's got the 01. No, I'm sorry. What the hell is that studio that did
Studio Ox.
Yes, Studio Ox. That's it.
It looks the Predaking looks like it jumped off the screen of
Call the Predaking.
Call the Primitive.
Call
Yeah.
That's it. And that, like, Gen 1, like Magnus, Galvatron, Rodimus, they looked so good in that episode that I would buy a whole line of Call of the Primitive design.
Yeah, absolutely. But it does look good, but it is expensive. Here it is next to G1. Right here, so you can kind of see it is, like I said, it's about 12 inches combined. So it is small.
$450 though.
Yeah,
$450 right now is not doing it for me.
The problem, here's the deal though. Like, you know, the Adamus Machina Adamus or Hot Rod that came out sold out immediately, and now it's tough to find that under $300. And so I don't know if this is going to be the same way, where it's like $450, then all of a sudden it's out, and then it's just like all of a sudden now it's $600. But gosh, I want to see it in person. I just want to see it in person. That's the hard part, because if if I see it in person, it may be one of those impulse things, like, yeah, I got to have it. So, but it's a lot of money.
So we are going to talk about this a little more, but I got New York Hunter impressions screaming that Mike Kincaid's here, and he used to follow your art all the time. Did your post go down? You never quit, but he doesn't see it anymore.
So if he followed my art page, which was under my name, he's not going to see post there anymore, because I kind of stopped posting on that page because that was my old. It was just an old graphic design, like a portfolio type of page, and I just quit posting to that. So if you want to see my posts, my art would basically be all the art that I got is on that DragonstarShop.com, because a lot of the stuff I'm drawing these days is going on shirts, and there's my personal page. If he just wants to look my name up on Facebook, I post drawing type stuff on there as well.
Nice.
There it is. Yeah. I just had to cut us off for that.
That's okay. You can cut off all you want there, but yeah, there it is. Mike, what are your thoughts? I know it's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, and again, I don't necessarily collect I guess this would be considered a legend scale combiner. It looks amazing in Predaking mode. I've seen the individual bot modes, and I wasn't really too high on them. I thought a couple of them looked kind of goofy, but at the end of the day, I think 99 out of 100 people would be buying this for the Predaking mode, which is awesome. And if they made that thing at 20 or 21 inches tall as a KO or something,
that
like
would
that,
be freaking amazing.
I might consider actually making that my Predaking, because Kang Toys put that basically MP scaled out, but that one was a little bit off the beaten path. For like, I'm good for stylization, but that was a little bit too far off the beaten path for me. But this one, man, forget it.
Hurts to put together too.
Yeah. Kang Toys is too stylized for my taste.
Yeah,
that's it. And then, of course, we've got Missing Links, Nemesis Prime coming too as well. So they can repaint the crap out of this over and over and over and just print money, pretty much. I mean, you're gonna get a Shattered Glass. I think you got an Evangelion one that's rumored to come too as well. So that's
Dead Prime.
Dead Prime's a dead giveaway.
Yeah. So it's one of those that they can go, hey, what color do we want to make it? So let's just do that. So we'll move on. But here's this is a shot. I know we talked about that Titan class, and I don't know if they're going to continue calling it Titan. I know they said that they're looking at possibly a new scale, but this is that Titan class Grimlock next to the Leader class Grimlock that they announced at San Diego Comic-Con. So you can kind of see the size difference there on that, but still, it's going to be $150, right?
Hey. Yeah, I need your help. I just accidentally blocked Brick Builder Prime.
No worries. I'll get in there and I'll take care of it. But
real quick, I do want to say Diecast Norbs is freaking out that Mike's here. He loves what you do on Facebook and is an avid follower. I just need to put that out there. And then Robert Barajas states that they're going to release a mainline Predaking with that skeleton style. So maybe there will be an affordable choice. So
thank you, Norbs. I do recognize Norbs. Yep.
Yeah, Norbs is a good dude, man. So yeah, Brick Builder, I'm so sorry I blocked you and I don't know how to undo it. Jimmy is gonna
I
fix
will
that.
get there. I will get there and do that. In the meantime, Billy, do you know how to control the slides?
Probably not.
Yeah, you see the two arrows, the right and left arrow right there?
Yeah, I see it. I see
Yeah,
it.
if you click on one of those, it'll help you out.
All right, so
On that.
cool. Let's talk about Grimlock real quick. Are you a movie bot collector, Mike, or are you like not buying any of this?
I am an old cranky kid
Love
from
it.
the 80s that just collects G1. And I don't hate on everything else. I do kind of hate on the Bay movies, to be honest with you, but I like some of the other continuities of Transformers. But when it comes to collecting, I'm a G1 guy through and through.
Sounds good. I get that. I can totally respect that because that's my collection too. Like Gen 1, seasons 1 through 3 have to be Showa accurate, and that's what I'm buying. Ryan, what's up, buddy? So this is Ryan from TFCon. Ryan's the
Yep.
man. Looks like you're missing a good show. Stay tuned in and you won't miss
Abso-friggin-lutely.
anything, bro. Come on.
And
We
Brick
got it.
Builder is no longer blocked. He is back.
Brick Builder, I'm so sorry. I, for one, am not going to pick up this Grimlock. I think it's cool that they're doing it. I'm happy and I'm not happy because they're doing all the Dinobots in this scale.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's kind of a cash grab. But at the same time, they're keeping that scale alive until maybe they get to some other characters that could use that, class when the time comes. But I'm going to pass on Grimlock. I see no need to buy
It's
that.
kind of cool that Optimus Prime can ride them and stuff like that too as well. So if you want to reenact it, I mean, if you're a Bay baby and you grew up and those were your Transformers, I can see you probably hopping on.
I just hate that Prime rides Grimlock simply because he told him you're going to join us or I'll kill you.
Yeah,
Like that's not Optimus Prime.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, join us or die, be free. So
Like,
anyway,
here, I'm going to ride you. I'm going to kill you.
that's it. That's it.
Can't deny that version looks pretty badass. I thought it was going to be Commander class. Now, man, that is full on Titan.
Full on Titan. And then just this right here for some people that wanted to see kind of like what their Bruticus is going to look like. If you look to the right, that is it. I know I was worried at first when someone said someone was posting like stylized, like a blast off was going to be a jet and some things like that. But no, we're getting a G1-esque Bruticus and kind of Scramble City-ish where you can plug and play with Superion and stuff like that. So which is kind of interesting. So I am a mainline guy. I will probably pick up this Bruticus. I am picking up Superion and Devastator. So but yeah, but I'll tell you what though, nothing will beat Magic Square's Bruticus. I think their Bruticus is top notch right now. I think that's the one to beat. Some people may say MMC. I disagree. It's Magic Squares.
It's Magic Square both in Legends and Masterpiece. Though, Mike, I know you're an MP guy. Have you messed with any of those Magic Square MPs?
I have not. So I'm a little behind on pre-orders by design. So I haven't actually handled those guys, but I have a lot of friends and groups that have, and I've seen, hundreds of pictures of all of them, and they do look amazing. Yeah, Magic Square just got a knack for doing good stuff because their Optimus Prime, both of them, especially the second one, was out of control. And yeah, they get a good looking bot and they always max out on like articulation and stuff. I mean, they're one of the better companies in my opinion. Yeah.
And I love the fact that, like, when you look at the Skybound comics, that Optimus was based off of Magic Square's Optimus Prime, which is too cool. And I know Ryan said he was trying to get the artist to do like an art, Magic Square was trying to get a hold of him to do like an artist signature edition. That would have been kind of cool, but probably some like, I'm Hasbro, so
Hasbro has tied my hands behind my back.
That's it. That would be my guess. And then for those that are Transformer adjacent, this is Gal Figar. If you're not familiar with the Brave series, this is what took over Transformers after Transformers ended in Japan. So so the last of the series was King of the Braves, Gal Gaigar, which is one of my favorites. If you haven't watched it, I would encourage you to do that. And the toys are freaking amazing. But this is Gal Figar on that. And so now, Mike, have you kind of followed anything beyond Transformers or Transformers adjacent?
Yeah, I was into the Brave stuff, and I actually did have Gal Geiger back in the day.
Nice.
I don't anymore, but I did follow.
I was able to
series.
pick up a vintage I guess G1 Gal
G1,
Geiger.
yeah.
with Goldie Marg and all that. So it's gonna be so cool. But
Just to report a quick technical difficulty, I'm not seeing the picture. I'm getting like a spinning wheel of death on my
oh
end.
Oh
no!
shit.
Well, it's blue and
Oh
gray,
shoot.
and it does things.
Sounds good.
Real quick, TFR Legends. I don't know if you follow him at all. Awesome dude, diorama builder, stop motion guy. Just says, hey, happy to see Reflector Files is here. And then Diecast Norbs wants to know, are you going to talk about the divorce class Metroplex, as you are one of the few people that I personally know that owns one?
Did you get one of those?
I did get one, and it's unruly. It really is. Like the whole, it's 48 inches tall to the head, and I don't know that I needed to have my city bots that big.
Nobody needs to.
Nobody needs to. Don't get me wrong. It's when people walk into that room that have never seen it before, it's wild to begin with. But when they get to the part where this Metroplex is standing, it's like human size. And it's definitely got some presence and it's pretty impressive. But at the end of the day, I just wish it was just a little bit bigger than the combiners,
Yeah.
Maybe 30 inches tall or something. I saw somebody's putting out I want to say Big Mac Toys or something like that is putting out a 30-inch Fortress Maximus.
Yep.
Quite honestly, I'm going to be keeping my eye on that because that was G1 based. And as much as I like that Metroplex, if I could replace it with a smaller one, just for space purposes, man, I don't have. Somebody looks at a 48-inch Metroplex and sees a 48-inch Metroplex. I see 48-inch Fort Max, 48-inch Triptychon, 48-inch Scorponok. You know what I mean? So
that's the one.
Yeah. So I'm.
Next thing you know, you got a nursery of Titans.
Yeah, I'm glad I got it, and I'm glad I got to mess with it, and hopefully I'll be able to sell it at some point down the line for somewhere near what I paid for it.
You'll probably get more. You'd probably get more because it's hard to find now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I mean, not to get into all the economics and stuff, but I bought it before the tariffs kind of probably shot it up another couple of $100.
Yeah, if someone wanted to make a good legend scale diorama, that Metroplex city mode would be the one to do it with.
No doubt.
They just need the space. I think we will see a Titan class tidal wave Energon colors and selects. I agree. Yeah, DevCon.
Yeah. Well, of course, I know we got Studio coming out with their which one was? I thought he said Broadside. Never mind. Fans Toys, of course, has their Fort Max coming out, which is supposed to be huge too, as well.
Yep.
So
it's beautiful looking too.
Yeah, it is. We'll see it in 12 years. But anyway, QQT. So this is for those that are collecting the combiners. So they have the separation kits. So basically where you can basically plug in these 3D printed kits in to make Superion and keep your aerial bots in their bot mode or alt modes and stuff like that. So best of both worlds. Same thing with Devastator. That's what the kind of, I don't know if you can see that. That's what the kit kind of looks like that you can plug in. And QQT is also getting into the core class Predaking as well. But here's the Devastator kit too as well on that. And so I know this is one of those things I started seeing other companies doing. I mean, you got I know you can do that with the Fans Toys Marg, where you can buy that kit and pull out the Ultra Magnus bot out of it, and you can do that now with I think they have a kit coming out for Fans Toys Dead End, all those guys, Stunticons on that. So Menasor. But what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on being able to, like these 3D printed kits coming out, being able to give you the best of both worlds of having your own combiner and as well as having the little bots too as well? Because I know most people bought 2 or 3, so now this is kind of a way to have it all.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. It like if something isn't made, we'll make it. It's pretty wild how like this fans basically took over some of the creative stuff. Because a lot of times you see this, like all the upgrade kits, it's pretty wild what they do with stuff, man.
Yeah. No, I love it. I think this is one of those legitimate that I would buy kind of like this to do that. Unlike, where you have the DNA upgrade kits for some of these bots where I'm like, oh, great. DNA made something where I have to spend a little bit more to make it look like how I really think I should make
right,
it look
right.
like,
Yeah.
Also true. Which Hasbro should have done in the first place.
Is this 3D printed or is this like
it looks like it may be I don't know. I honestly don't know.
That's where I was going to go because I know a lot of these add-on kits for the combiners are 3D printed,
Yeah.
and I can't take the look. And nothing against 3D artists, man. Like, more power to you. I'm happy you're giving us options, but I can't handle that look of the
Now
printed items. Like,
these are
I agree. I agree
Yeah.
with you, dude. Yeah, there's only one that I bought that I'm cool with. I bought that Lake Toys Halonix Maximus,
okay,
the Hound's hologram bot from season
oh
1.
nice.
yeah,
That one's 3D printed. I tell myself in my head that the print lines look,
our Hound's holograph.
they're like a
Yeah,
hologram. You know what
I
I
have a
mean?
feeling with this QQT, because these are just prototypes right now, but because QQT is into making bots, things like that. Hopefully that these will be molded, and that would be great.
Yeah, yeah.
and if they are molded, I would support
Hell
it.
yeah.
But
Yep.
let's color match though, because if OCD man over here, like the second I see that the colors aren't matched up perfect, I'm gonna be so mad I spent the money.
But I do
I'm
love
sorry,
that they
like,
give you the alternate head there.
no,
So
I do. No, there's great work there. There's great work there. It's just me. It's me being
it's
the
Billy
way
being
I
Billy.
am, the grumpy old man.
That's it. That's it. And then Blockies, which is just the
Most
bell
fun
of
thing
the
in the
ball.
world.
We got their new Wave 4 Defender, and I know Billy, you may be in on this because your
Rodimus,
favorite
baby.
is there, baby.
Yeah, I
Your
love me some
favorite is there.
Rodimus.
This is on the left is the chase figure, right there. But I think I have a picture here that I want to show off. Of course, there's Rodimus's vehicle mode, but then we have this right here, vehicle mode here on the left, which, as you know, with the Defender version of the Constructicons, they came out with a kit to make Devastator. So I'm curious if Blockies is doing the same thing for Bruticus.
Look, they are, because look at the hole.
As a peg, it has a
Yeah.
knee for the
Yeah.
knee. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I hear that.
Derek.
I hear that they're getting very, very close to solving whatever is causing
Yeah,
that
so
Devastator kit to not be over in the States.
So TM Reviews put up, and I don't have a picture of that, but TM Reviews did put up that that's being worked out. And then my buddy Nick at St. Mark's Comics messaged me that has been worked out, and they are going to be releasing that stateside.
Great. So you don't have to pay $90 to get a kit.
Don't go on eBay and pay that shit.
Just
I'm
wait.
sorry, man. Just wait a little bit longer.
Just wait a little bit longer on that. And then Yellow Park has their AMK Pro. This is the
Ryan,
Megatron
I agree,
right
brother.
there. Hook those Blockies directly into my veins. Yep, absolutely. But this is the Yellow Park AMK Pro Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. On there, of the designs, the Bayverse designs, my favorites were Dark of the Moon and Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. Those two right there were the ones that I did like on that. Everyone else I didn't care much for.
I love Dark of the Moon Megatron design
with the
wise.
head just all like
beaten up and the bugs eating it. But like this to me just looks like he got thrown into a compactor at an aluminum plant. Like I can't get by this look. I hate this Megatron.
It just looks evil. I like how it just looks evil. That's the thing right there, and it should.
Of course he should.
But do you collect any YOLO Park there, Mike?
I do not know. I only collect just basically MP and MP scaled third party stuff. I mean, I've seen plenty of YOLO Park stuff that I dig.
Yeah.
But
I love that Shockwave, that big Shockwave that they have out, which looks really, really cool on that. But let's get into my favorite company, Magic Square, and of course, you could pay for it. It's coming.
I already paid mine off, baby.
And here we go. We get Swoop coming, and I'll tell you what, Magic Square has knocked out of the ballpark their Dinobots. I know there were some tolerance issues with some of the joints with Grimlock, but it seems like as they continue to go, it seems to be getting better and better. And this just looks like it popped right off the cell off the cartoon on that. So and then rumor is again after we're getting the masterpiece scaled versions of these too as well from Magic Square. So Mike, thoughts on good old Swoop?
He looks good, man. Yeah, they I mean, I touched on it a little bit before, but the advances that they made in Legends are crazy. And Magic Square, if I was to collect Legends, I would probably be a Magic Square guy. Like everything that I see they put out just looks so good, man.
I am no respecter of company. I do love Magic Square. I do have New Age too as well. Billy's a big New Age guy, but does have Magic Square as well. Billy, you've got this pre-ordered and ready to go.
Yeah, so real quick, Derek, dude, you're funny as hell, right? Derek comes in and goes, "My collects checks, my closet loves him."
He's not lying. Like
No,
like when Batman throws his closet open in his autumn Batman suits, Derek has the same thing, except it's maybe every shirt that I ever did.
That's awesome.
so
That's
I
funny.
I 100% backed this. I paid it off on showzstore.com with if you're shopping there, use my reviewer code BTK. Thanks. So I 100% am in on this. I do prefer the look of their Dinobots to New Ages. I don't. I have had a horrible experience though with every one of my Magic Square Dinobots with loose limbs and poor connections. I've fixed them myself. It's not that big of a deal, but I do feel if I'm paying $65 for a 4-inch figure, its tolerances better be perfect, and that's why I'm a New Age guy. I do, though, however, I love the faux beak,
Yeah.
and that's how they were able to work that waist swivel. I love what they did with the transformation. I definitely think that this is a better offering than what New Age
Who was it?
offers.
Was it Mag Motion that has the transformation out now,
I
or I
thought it
don't
was
remember who it is.
Optimus
Maybe it's
Legends.
Optimus Legends, yeah. And then of course, right next to it, we're going to be getting
And
good old Snarl soon.
And that Snarl's the reason I went all in on Magic Square's Dinobots. Those legs are perfect. The New Age Snarl's legs are god awful. It looks like he's wearing those Astro Boy boots, and it's just I can't wait to take him off my shelf.
That's it. And I can't wait to see the masterpiece scales of these. So.
The masterpiece scales of these, people are going to be getting rid of their every version they've bought. Like these are going to destroy the market in regards to masterpiece Dinobots because the legends are so good. Derek State's not going to lie. The Magic Square Dinobots do look good, and I'm a New Age collector. Derek, my whole collection is New Age, aside from these Dinobots and Megatron and Optimus because they're just superior. But other than that, it's New Age. And yeah, look at that Magnus.
Yep, that's the kind of like their prototype, color prototype that's out.
They gotta fix those white pieces in the titties though, because like I won't be able to do it. I'll review it and give it away. Like I can't do it. I bought it. I pre-ordered it. It's coming, but like it's who was it? One of the masterpiece scaled Magnuses had, the Takara masterpiece Magnus had the blue, then the red, then the blue, and the red, like those hinges. It drives me nuts. Like
them way hinges make it. I'm seeing like a face in the chest, and I can't unsee it.
There you go. So the other thing. So let's get into your company now, New Age.
Yeah,
and
baby.
New Age has beaten Magic Square to the punch. Magic Square announced this, but New Age now has their color prototype of Six Shot.
That's
on that. So there he is doing his thing, and I've got a picture here with him in all the modes.
And they all work.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
You know what I love? And I don't think you have any comparison pictures up, but they figured out both them and Magic Square have completely different leg transformations, right? The way the front of the jet and the legs work are polar opposites, but both of them look like they jumped off the screen. And that's why I'm excited for both of these figures, just to fiddle with the engineering on making this work.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I think it looks good. I think Magic Squares is definitely the more tune accurate offering.
Yeah.
But this is nice and it's ready to go. I think it's like $53 shipped. Like it's ready.
Yep. Yeah. Once they release that color prototype and stuff, it's pretty good to go on that.
No, the Shozi put the payment up already.
Oh no, I'm saying like it is. Yeah, the payment's there, but I'm saying this will probably ship within the next month or two.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah, and I think possibly because of all the stuff that's going on now, where they're trying to get a lot of stuff out as quickly as possible too, as well. So, and what I'm excited about with New Age's version of this is I have hope because they do recolors of everything. So I have hope for a legend scale great shot.
You'll get that. New Age is the king of that. Six Shot is what Norbs wants to see a masterpiece of. Somebody did a Masterpiece 6-shot because I owned it.
Fans Toys.
It was Fans Toys.
Fans Toys and G Creations did one, and DX9 also did one.
Yep.
No, I definitely had the Fans Toys one.
Which
I remember
drives me crazy because you just brought it up. I really want a Masterpiece scale great shot, and none of those companies did one, which is wild.
Yeah, you got the little bit larger than Chug MMC great shot.
Yeah,
It's a little bit larger.
That one, but it just looked out of place
Yeah.
with the rest of them.
He was too small.
Yep.
Yeah, too small. But yes, Masterpiece scale great shot would be good. Legend scale great shot would be good. I want Legend scale victory bots. That would be great. I know we're getting Legend scale Super God Master Force by DX9. They're making those, so we're getting an Overlord, Ginrai, all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I will probably get both versions of 6-shot, New Age and Magic Square, and give them both a whirl on that. So
I feel the same with that. Derek basically said that this 6-shot, he's getting it. Like done.
The Fans Toys one is pretty hard to find now. I mean, it's one of those grails that a lot of people are going after.
For such an old figure, it's such a gem. Like it worked in every way. It's so good.
It's really good. It looks great. The articulation was the only thing that I thought kind of left a little bit to be desired, but as far as looks wise, it
for what they pulled off at the time, right? Because it's been a while. I was able to forgive some of the articulation issues, if that makes anyone's sense at all.
Yeah.
As a G1 toy guy, has Mike messed with or seen the New Age toy decos?
I've messed with and seen very few legends. I've held very few legends in my hands outside of, checking them out at cons, if anybody's got any loose ones out on the table and stuff. But I just, my collecting habits, despite what you see in my room, my collecting habits are super focused. So a lot of times the legend stuff and Chug stuff, I've never, unless friends had them, never held them.
Which we'll get into here in a little bit when we talk about collections. All that. So Kang Toys, just as y'all know, they have their Masterpiece Dinobots. Well, here's their Chug scaled. This is their Chug scaled one here. I don't know what the size is, but I do have comparisons. So there it is next to their Masterpiece, right there. And what's interesting with Kang Toys is they've got 4 scales they're doing of these bots, which is crazy. Yeah, Masterpiece, they're Chug, then they have a Legends, and they have like a almost core. It's just weird, which I don't know why they're doing that, but I am glad that they're doing the kind of Legend scale and maybe the Chug scale, because that, again, I'm limited on space. That kind of would be great for me. They are very stylized, so that's the thing. If you're into stylized bots, then Kang Toys is the way to go. I do like their Insecticons, believe it or not. Those are
agreed
on that. So have you messed with any of the Kang Dinobots? I know you said you messed with Predaking, but any of the Dinobots?
No, just the Predaking. These Dinobots, I love these Dinobots. Just to be fair, Kang Toys, I love what they're doing.
Yeah.
I just don't love what they're doing for like my personal collection, but I love everything they've done so far.
I love it when a company does something different. You don't get 4 different G1 versions of the same character. You got someone who has their own interpretation, which is cool. I mean, if you need something a little bit different in your collection.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Billy, what are your thoughts?
I'm on with Mike. Like, I love what they're doing. I love when people come out with a creative take on characters. It just doesn't suit my collection, so I will never touch them. I will never review them. Like, done. So, New York Hunter Impressions. I'm sorry, I was just typing up as we were all speaking, but New York Hunter Impressions just stated he's following Reflector Files.
Appreciate it.
However, the system's not letting him post links. And then I wrote in the wrong Dragon Star Shop URL, and I apologize.
You sent them to a naughty site.
I did. I did.
Unique
You're
Toys.
Welcome.
There we go. We got, again, Bayverse Stinger, Masterpiece Scale on that. So we'll just move on.
I will say one thing. Like, I hate on Bayverse stuff, and
their vehicle was look great.
How they get to such a piece of crumbled up aluminum foil robot to a smooth ass car, vehicle mode, like the way they do is very impressive. Whether or not I like it or not is kind of Not the point, but just some of their engineering is very impressive.
Couldn't agree more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ocular Max. And so if you've seen
I
their
love this company, man.
G1 drift that looks like the good old, A30 whatever from Initial D. This is the other alternate version right there. It looks amazing. This is an amazing bot. If you're into drift, this is a really cool
Yep.
one to get. I am a big Initial D fan, so I do have the first version, but this is a good one to get as well. So, Mike, are you an Ocular Max guy?
I am, and I went with the first version.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you
and
get
I
the
already,
little? Did you get the little tofu shop kind of thing to go with it with the car?
I did not. I did not. But I did get, there was another drift a couple of years ago. I don't know if you remember it, the that Transform something Wonderful Trans or whatever.
Yes, yes.
So I got, I do like this version, but I only have really room for usually one version of each character in my collection. So I just stuck with the original one, and then the Wonderful Trans one was kind of like that, a little bit of a different version of them. It was a different car mode. I can't remember exactly what they based it on, but I ended up keeping that one. This one's dope though. I do like the racing stripes and everything on
I
it.
do.
The red windshield, the red glass looks great.
There we go. I expect Vin Diesel to pop out and say it's family.
Yeah, right.
All right. So, anyway, and then X Transbots, of course.
Love this company too.
I think it has shipped, but here we go.
I actually saw these on Mike's page because earlier you posted about this.
These look amazing. This one, and I think Slug Slinger, I think I saw them working on I know XTB has a QC issue from time to time, but they kill the look every damn time.
Yeah, they do.
And I love that companies like them and like Fans Hobby are starting to get into that like tail end of G1 stuff, because for a while there I was kind of thinking, man, are we going to get, Power Masters and some of the later, like the Headmaster Juniors and that kind of stuff, and now we've been getting them, and I think that's awesome, for people that are completionists. But this thing, man, this thing looks great, and I can't wait to get it.
It's so clean, man. It's just
it really
beautifully
is.
And I agree with you in regards to XTB. Like most of the time, it's very good quality stuff. Once in a while you'll get a hiccup, but they've really never let me down. Their engineering's always worked. And if there was complaints, like back in the day, like with their Scourge, everybody complained about the foot transformation. When they re-released them, they fixed the foot problem. Like they do listen to the fandom and make these things work.
Which is funny you say that, Billy, because I think every X-Trans bot that I have, it's the feet that always are just like the ones that are just like, I don't know if they have a guy that has a fetish there that likes just to play with that stuff.
They're the Rob Liefeld of toys, right? Because he when he drew his comics, he couldn't draw anybody's feet. They're always covered. So XTB just took that same approach. Like nobody cares about this part. Let's just make it work.
XTB does make some weird feet on some of them bots, man. Like the Omnibots.
Yes.
What was the red one? Overdrive had like these like snowshoe.
Well, and then Runabout and Runamucks was just like, oh my God, I thought I was going to break it. Transforming those guys.
Yeah, they were really weird.
They look like they popped right out of the, like the toy or the comic and stuff like that. They're probably the best versions of Runabout and Runamuck that I've seen. Just transformations are just nuts. But that Devastator, I like their Devastator better than any of the other ones that are out right now.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I agree. Well, so I like their Constructicons. The Devastator, I'm still gonna end up going with Fans Toys, but the individual Constructicons that they put out so far, like to me, are better looking than the Fans Toys ones. I agree.
Yeah, but we all need our individual Constructicons standing in front of Devastator. So there's ways to make this work.
Yeah, I don't know the name of this company, so I just put KO. But it is the Toon version of MP10 that's coming out. Yeah. And it looks beautiful. It does.
That was a fun mold.
Yeah. And MP10 was a very fun mold. Yes. I would agree.
It was so easy to go back and forth with. I think this is, a home run. I love it. And I'm happy to see Prime without those damn stripes and truck mode, because there's nothing that kills me more than somebody saying it's the Toon accurate release and it's got the gray stripes.
Yeah.
That drives me nuts. I bought multiple versions of Magic Square's Optimus Prime 2.0 just to like replace pieces to make sure that it didn't have the gray stripes in truck mode. It drove me so nuts. And then they went and released it later with the right paint. But, it is what it is.
Yeah. So KO is okay in my mind on that. And then we're just going to go just a little bit different. If you don't know who Heat Boys is,
I
Turtle.
don't.
they
4 baby turtles.
but they look freaking awesome. And here is their Kang prototype here. Now, sad news for those that are into the Heat Boys Mecha Turtles, they're discontinuing them. So
That's a bummer.
once they're sold out, they're sold out. So if you need to get them, get them. But Heat Boys is making a more kind of accurate turtle now too as well, so which is interesting. I'm curious to see that. But if you're a big TMNT, I will be picking up Kang's toys. Kang, I need to get their Shredder as well. I like their latest version of Donatello with the samurai. I mean, it just looks freaking amazing. So but not Transformers related. Mike, are you a turtle fan?
I am a turtle fan, and I don't have a single Turtles figure in my collection yet. Because
so if you were to get one, which company would you go with?
If I were to get one, I would probably go with whoever is doing the Mirage. Like, is that the where are those NECA, the Mirage ones that look like they came out of the comic book? They even got the comic book line artwork and stuff on them. Because for like, I liked the Turtles cartoon when it came out, but I was always a Mirage guy. Like the Mirage comics is what really got me into it, and that's pretty much what I'd be shooting for if I was to start a
I know
collection.
their Mezco looks really good too as well. The Eastman version of their Mezco. So, but yeah, Turtles are great. Love them. My daughter is so into them. So that's what's so cool is my daughter loves them. And so now I got something that I can kind of relate to her with. She loves Turtles and she loves Shockwave.
That's a good kid, man. That's a good kid.
I said, why Shockwave? She said, he's cold and calculated and has no emotions.
That's scary.
I was like, okay.
I love that. I almost picked up the Playmates just did the original figures like reimagined, but Shredder's like half the size of all the Turtles. Like they finally gave us like Shredder standing straight and looking the way he should, but he's so small.
Yeah.
He's smaller than the original.
Were they the company that made Shredder to look like almost like a He-Man WWF figure?
So the issue was, and I know we're not a Turtles show, but Shredder was designed off of the original Mirage comics, not the cartoon. And they couldn't fit him in the space. It had to be a certain height for the packaging. So to make up for the packaging space, they made him this hunched over, permanently like I've got scoliosis, so I can make these jokes. Scoliosis contorted thing,
That's like me saying I can make Asian jokes because I'm Asian.
You can just do it. Give us a couple right now. So anyway, that's what happened with Shredder. I'm still waiting for like that definitive Shredder figure that's gonna just make me say I need a whole Turtles line. There's been no Shredder that speaks to me yet. And it's so funny because the guy died in like issue 2 of the comics.
The one that looks really good to me is Joy Toys. Shredder looks pretty good. As well as, I mean, if you want stylized and mecha version, that Heat Boy Shredder does look freaking amazing.
No, I love it. And I love the originality of it. Like nobody thought there'd be mecha Turtles. Like, let's go.
Yeah. But yeah, Joy Toys looks really good.
I just looked it up now. That Joy Toy one is looking pretty nice. That is a nice looking Shredder. Yeah.
It is very cool. But we're not here to talk about Turtles, and I don't have anything weird to show Billy at the end of these slides.
No weird stuff. Huh?
No weird stuff. You can
saved myself. I saved myself.
It's PG-13. You can say that. You can drop one F-bomb, and you can say all you want of the other ones.
Ooh, we get one.
I'll give it to Mike. I'm going to give it to Mike. So let's do it. Let's
talk collections. And so I know, Mike, earlier you said you have to be very limited and you're very focused in your collecting. So I'd love to hear a little bit more about that. Now, how did you get to that? Were you one of those when you first started collecting, you were everywhere and then you just kind of started just getting to your own niche? And what does that look like?
I will tell you a story that sounds like it's made up, but I collected everything like long before the Masterpiece stuff came out. I was always a G1 guy, but I collected Beast Wars when they came out, Beast Machines, Machine Wars, alternators.
Oh yeah.
Unicron trilogy stuff, like all the way up to the movie. Like I collected basically every damn Transformers thing that came out, action figure wise. And I was under the influence one night, and I saw the 40-year. I was watching a 40-year-old version. Long story short, I walked into my collection room the following day, and I'm like, this is insanity. I had stuff in bins, in closets. I had stuff at my girlfriend's house at the time. Like it was an unhealthy collection. And it took me back to, I'm going to keep the stuff that means something to me and what meant something to me, the stuff that came out during my childhood, which was G1. Yeah. So I cut back and sold everything from, Beast Wars on, and basically just stuck with a G1 collection at the time. And it was all Transformers stuff only. And then of course the third party and Masterpiece thing happened. So long story short, I want a G1 collection, and I'm trying to collect one version of each G1 character in that Masterpiece scale.
Very cool.
That was what my collection was supposed to stay until I met a lot of you guys, and I don't think I'm insulting anyone by saying you're all terrible influences.
They are
horrible, the worst.
So, that led to like
I blame Derek.
I blame Derek for most of my friggin' spending issues.
Yeah, I mean, I could dole out blame in a lot of different directions, but I was on a podcast called Blackout and Shout for a while. My co-hosts Levy and Jed bought me a Scorpion and Sub-Zero from the Storm collectible line. So that led me down the Mortal Kombat rabbit hole. I was always a big Marvel guy. They got me into Marvel Legends and Mafex, and so now I got Fist of the North Star figures and Thundercats Super 7, and so it did get a little bit out of control, but I'm not a completionist with any of those other franchises like I am with Transformers. Also, G.I. Joe Classified, I got into that a little bit as well.
Yeah.
So
I can't get into G.I. Joe. I drew the line at G.I. Joe and Masters of the Universe. I was like, no, I can't do that. Thundercats, I'm toting the line on. But I drew the line at Masters of the Universe and G.I. Joe. Not that I don't like them or anything like that. I just can't get down that. I wasn't going to collect Marvel Legends, and stinking NY Hunter, who I know he's watching, got me into it, and now I'm just hooked. I've got the good old Sentinel, and now I'm like, I need to get all of the X-Men 97 figures.
Yeah, man.
And then get a bunch of Sentinels together and just kind of have this huge battle. But
that's it.
I'm like you. I'm a very I wouldn't say I'm a focused collector. I'm a very ADD collector, and I know Pazel got on to me for that. But it's just like I collect what I like. I used to be a very completionist type of guy. Like if I started with like the Kingdom line from the main line. So if it was like the Kingdom or the War for Cybertron line, I had to have every single one of them.
Every piece, yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. And if I was missing one, then the collection wasn't complete, and I would be willing to sell the entire thing because I didn't have that one figure on that. But now I'm just kind of like, I'm going to collect my favorite figures. I think I'm going to stay with Legends on my Transformers and some of the main line, and just collect what I think looks cool and what is my kind of like personality is very ADD. And so just seeing that, I love big ass giant robots from Japan. So Voltron, the Galgai,
same Voltron,
all that kind of stuff. Billy is doing his darndest to get me into Godzilla, and I've got a Mecha Godzilla here. But as far as Transformers, it's tough because there's so many different lines and there's so many different genres and there's so many different places to go. And I love the fact that you kind of said, hey, G1 and then maybe vintage. I know for me, like vintage is kind of one of those that I like to collect too. And then G1 is pretty much where I'm pretty much staying in most of that too as well.
Yeah. So I was like, Mike, like I had everything. When high school, eBay came out. And it was like, I can get mint and sealed box Optimus Prime for $20. I can get Ultra Magnus for this. I can get Megatron. So I just worked and bought Transformers. And then it was everything that was out. So Beast Wars, Beast Machines, just like you said, all the way up to the movie. Then 2008, I had 2 kids and I was selling mortgages and the whole market crashed and there was no money.
Yeah.
So I sold the whole collection and sustained us by selling the collection.
Like
got a job at this. Exactly. Got a job in this engineering company and started making like regular money. And I bought what I wanted to buy. And that led me to masterpieces. And then Legends came out, and I was like, wait, I can scale down. I can have every single character from Gen 1 because that's what matters most to me. And it worked. So 2014 Godzilla was fun, man. And I like 2019 Godzilla. But for me, the best Godzilla is -1. Sorry, guys. I'm answering DevCon Studios as I talk to you guys. That's my ADD.
That was a wild left turn, man. That was
Yeah,
like
I know. I'm nuts. I'm nuts. I'm
that
Squirrel.
was like in Get
Squirrel.
Out when the dude was running right at the screen and then just went that way.
And then yeah, I dabble in Marvel Legends, but it's only Green Goblin, Cyclops, and Jean Grey, because my wife and I kind of joke we're Cyclops and Jean Grey, and Green Goblin is like my favorite character for what Marvel has.
Interesting.
And G.I. Joe, I own Serpentor, and that's it. Like
Serpentor is cool. I think
it's
if I
just
was
such
to
a cool
but then
character.
I am not gonna do. I almost bought because there was we have a used toy store, bookstore kind of thing, and they had the Serpentor, I guess whatever the PulseCon exclusive.
Yeah, that's the one I own.
one.
It's so good. Go buy it.
And they had it for $50,
What?
and I did
That's
not.
cheap
I
as hell.
didn't. Yeah,
Go buy
I
it.
did not. I can't do that because you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Nothing. You're going to enjoy an amazing Serpentor figure.
And new Rattler and all these other things that I'll have to start getting. You know, it's just going to be go down that
Eddie's
rabbit hole.
disease.
That's it.
Let's
Well,
go.
and the problem too, as well as and I think this is the longest I've ever been in a collection is Transformers, because it used to be I collect something and then when my taste changed, I would sell it, then start collecting something else, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But there's always been a love in my heart for Transformers because that was like, I know we all probably have a personal story about why we collect them and things like that. But for mine, it was my dad. My dad bought me my first Transformer when I was adopted, and it was Sideswipe. It was the coolest thing in the world. And that's just kind of like, anytime I get a Transformer, it reminds me of that moment. So, and so that's kind of what's cool. So as you know, I probably have multiple Sideswipes, and I got multiple Optimus Primes because those are my two characters that I do love.
That makes perfect sense. I do want to go in. So, Mike, on the Reflector Files, you share like updates of your collection. Like you've got this G1 box collection that's just glorious. You've got this masterpiece collection that's just glorious. But now you're sharing other people's collections, like things that they do. What brought that on? Like where did that come from? Why did you say, you know what, let me just start showing what other people are doing when you have something so groundbreaking?
Most of the stuff of other people that I share a lot of times is a lot of artwork. I do like sharing artwork. Because I think as an artist myself, I think that especially during these days with AI art is kind of taking over. I don't think that artists get enough appreciation
Yeah.
out there, and so I do like to share like legit artists that are still actually doing art. But yeah, other collections, like sometimes people get into stuff that I'm not necessarily into, but I think the collection is very cool. Or
Yeah.
like one guy had an entire collection of Triptychons, like every single Triptychon since the beginning of Triptychons. This dude had, which I thought was a very unique collection. Like sometimes I see stuff that's very unique that I think needs to be seen.
Love that.
But yeah, and honestly, like I do have a pretty big collection, and for people seeing it for the first time, it is pretty wild to see. But I just can't beat people over the head with that all the time. I had to kind of spread out the love as far as content goes. It first started out as a photography page, basically giving me an excuse to take my figures off my shelf as opposed to just taking them out of the box, looking at them and saying, hey, that's nice, and putting a con or bot logo on them, putting up on the shelf, never talking or touching it again. The page gave me an opportunity to like take some pics, get them off the shelf, do something with them. And then that gradually became like, sharing a little bit of toy news when I would see, something new coming out, renders or reveals or something. And the page kind of evolves, as the years go on, but I think at the end of the day, it's just kind of it's more about the collecting journey.
Yeah.
And also connecting, I think, with a lot of other Gen Xers, because I think a lot of my followers are guys my age, and I share other stuff from the 80s and 90s, whether or not it's music or just other stuff other than just straight up Transformers and toy stuff, because I like to. I know everybody's there for toys, but I like to connect with some of the people that follow the page on other things we have in common as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So New York Hunter Impressions says, your eye for art has always been so good. As mentioned, your Transformers images were the first things that he kept coming back to look at.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I haven't seen any of your pictures of other collections. Now, are you more of just showcasing it, or are you doing a critique of it? I know Bobby does a critique on collections and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not. I don't really see myself as critiquing. I hate critiquing anything,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, if
Well,
an
as an
artist,
artist, it's tough. Yeah.
it is tough. Like, if an artist hit me up and showed me a piece that they just did and asked me for a critique, I would gladly give you one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And be super fair about it, which is what Bobby does. Bobby asks for people to send their collections in. This is what I'm going to be doing. You know what he says? Leave your feelings at the door. But to me, people will comment on my collection videos and say, "Oh, my collection is trash compared to this," but it's not. Your
passion
collection, yeah, like it doesn't matter. We're not in any kind of wiener measuring contest. If I could keep it PG, we're just
PG.
I don't know, man. Let's go. Let's measure. Hold on.
And this is coming from Billy, the legend scale guy.
I'm proud, damn it.
I don't think we're in competition with each other. Like, your collection is important to you, so it's awesome, whatever that might be.
Yeah.
So there is that.
So what is your now I know you have a very impressive collection. So do you still have a white whale that you're after?
I have maybe like 4 or 5 G1 figures that I'm still looking at, looking for packaged. 4 of them are on the card: Windsweeper, Needle Nose. There was one other Target Master Junior that is escaping me right now. And then Action Master Megatron, which I don't have at all. I'm looking for those carded or in the box to completely round out my American G1 collection. I have those. I have 3 of them loose. So yeah, it gives me something to hunt, which is kind of cool. Like, when I finished off the Japanese collection, it was awesome to finish it off, but it was weird because it was the end of a journey, the end of a part of the journey.
That's an expensive collection.
That's an expensive journey, dude. Like, that's wild.
So I will say this. I'm a graphic designer. I've always had art-based jobs. Y'all know that we don't make jack. So I never had a lot of money. I got very lucky with that G1 collection, because I started tracking that stuff, especially the Japanese stuff, late 90s, early 2000s, before the movies came out, because I think once the movies came out, love them or hate them, it kind of crammed Transformers back into the mainstream.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of prices on that stuff skyrocketed. I bought a G1 Grand Max in the box, stickers unapplied, for like $450.
Wow.
Back in 2003 or something like that. And that's not happening anymore. So I did for the majority of that stuff. I got really lucky with cheaper prices. I've only had to pay an arm and a leg for the last couple handfuls.
Golly, because I'm chasing down Deathsaurus. He's expensive. What's even more expensive though is Lio Kaiser, and of course the Dino King with all the shells and everything. Oh my gosh, those are
they do get expensive.
Yeah,
I'm going to cut you both off. I'm so sorry.
Fine.
DevCon Studios is asking, what does white whale mean?
The white whale, the holy grail. That's
Moby Dick.
Man.
Yep.
Moby Dick.
Call him Ishmael.
Well,
sorry.
And basically, to add to that, did Ahab chase the white whale at all damn costs?
Yeah,
all damn
to the
costs.
death.
Yep.
That's it.
That as collectors, that's what we do sometimes. It's just like that one that you've got to have, and you do anything for. Almost like a Klondike bar. It doesn't take me much to do anything for a Klondike bar.
Would you kill a guy? Sorry. Hey, Mike doesn't have a collection. He's got a museum from Derek. I agree there.
Charge some admission. Yeah, there we go.
There's a pipe dream about a toy museum in the future, when I get older. I do kind of have the wheels turning
Oh,
way
yeah.
down the line.
That'd be so cool. I'd
Yeah.
visit. I'd take the kids to see it, or the grandkids probably by then.
That's
But
it.
is what it is.
So, unless you got a question.
No, I don't. I'm
Yeah.
just rambling.
I was going to say to people who may be on this show who's just starting their collections or are trying to think, where do I start? What would you give? What advice would you give them?
Oh man, I would tell them right out of the gates to really pay attention to their focus because it's extremely easy to go down all sort of rabbit holes. I would want to know about all the different scales. I would look at the space that I had to work with to determine what scale, or I mean, if we're talking Transformers, if we're talking, any other figures, I mean, they have different scales too, 112 scale, 1/6 scale. So I guess the first thing I would probably do is like, what space am I working with? What is my collection room going to look like? How much stuff can I fit in there? And that's probably where I would start. But next, just do your research. Make sure I'm sure all three of us in this chat right now have bought stuff with regret and got rid of it. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Because it wasn't what we wanted. And a lot of the times when I've done that, it was just because I was either impatient, or I just didn't do the proper research before I bought said thing that I just got and sold.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Derek's just breaking me tonight. Derek says, I heard you have to have a skeleton key and a registered fingerprint and eye scan to get into that room.
It's going to be the same thing that, like in the first Resident Evil, that like
Yeah.
hallway that those guys are in.
Or what is it?
something-
And if you
Yeah,
watch,
you got to have
if
that
you-
soundtrack playing though too, because
Yeah.
I really liked that soundtrack.
or if you watch Severance, the blood type fingerprint,
Yeah,
that all
Machine,
that.
I didn't say hi earlier when they jumped in. So the Machine,
T-Baz.
nice to have you with us. They're
like calling
starting a
them
museum
T-Baz.
too, but not just Transformers. So you've got some
Very
competition.
cool. Very cool.
I'd love to have like a toy museum and have like little like gremlins and critters jump out and scare the shit out of you when they're walking by. Little
Basically a haunted house.
you know what? I love the murder ride, man. Captain
it's a big
Spaulding.
ask.
Like
It's a big
have
ask.
the Chucky good guy doll box, and you're like, where'd the doll go? Right? So where is it at? I don't know. And then just have them just pop up every now and then somewhere. Which is funny. We had a guy who was at a convention. Sorry, this is ADD. He was a little guy, and that's what he would cosplay as, is Chucky, and it would scare the living crap out of
By
everybody.
little guy, what are we talking about?
I'm talking about 3.5 feet,
dwarfism or really short?
like dwarfism.
Okay.
But he would dress as Chucky, like
Love it.
the whole 9 yards, and just like that was stuff of nightmares, man. It was.
I'm not going to tell this story, but I knew a little guy too. That's it.
Are you talking about Little Billy?
No. I'm talking about Angry Tim. It's all good. We're not going further than that. But yeah, I totally agree with Mike though.
And we're not very politically correct on this show. So.
No, we're not PC. But anyway, I agree with Mike with the focus, man. The focus is everything. Because like I had to stop for a minute and rethink.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, Gen 1 was my youth. Beast Wars is what brought me back. I'm only doing seasons 1 through 3 of Gen 1 because that's what really stuck with me. And I'm doing Beast Wars as long as they're in Legend scale. And then I'm good. Like I don't have that itch of I need to keep going. Maybe somebody will make a figure that might be like the pinnacle of that character, but that character really has to mean something to me. Like I don't need to have 20 blue streaks. However, if there's like a Cyclonus that is just too good to pass up, I'm buying it. Like Cyclonus, Rodimus Prime, let's go. Shows my age a little bit. I'm more 86 fan, but it is what it is. Wait, we're talking. I'm sorry, I'm in the thing. We've got Willow. Somebody's talking Willow. I think it's because of the little people thing. I would actually love like a Beast Wars figure of that two-headed dragon from near the end of Willow. Hey, Ultrazilla's here. We just had Ultrazilla on a little ways back. Super cool, super awesome. A fellow East
got
Coaster.
introduced by Ben. Yeah.
Yep. Ben Yee introduced us. Awesome. So we have a lot of museum nostalgia here in New York City, which is someone's entire collection of various 80s toys it's such a great idea to do when you have such a larger complete collection. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree.
I would
Derek's leaving us. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off, Jimmy.
It's okay.
Good night, Derek, and have a good one. And I will never tell her you were there. But thank you for joining us.
My man
Thank
left
you.
for his own safety.
That's it. That's it.
And I will never knock anyone for that.
But no, I think a cool museum would be like, of course, your Transformers, comic books that you're into too as well. And things like
Yeah,
that.
there's a lot of like things I like because I think getting somebody to go to a museum to see this stuff would be cool one time, but
Yeah.
the whole thing is to figure out like how do I get people to come back, so there would be like you'd have to
Thrill
have
rides?
game nights and maybe like a movie room that was showing 80s cartoons and movies and like different kind of things, like different events, trivia nights and
Absolutely.
stuff like that. Like there has to be something around the collection. Like the collection is awesome and you want to see it, but why do I want to go back a second time or a third time or a fourth time? So that's all the things that I think about when I think about opening up a spot like that.
Adult show and tell. So
Yeah.
anyway, on that, and Billy left us, BTK, serial killer. All right. So anyway, but no, I mean, you've given us some good things about, focus your collection. Of course, I will not follow that advice. But
Let me put that in perspective one more time though for you. Like, I don't know how old are you, Jimmy?
I am 50.
So you're 50, I'm 49. Billy, I think I saw you said you were 43.
I'm 43. I'm a baby.
So God willing,
I'm young, damn
And the
it.
creek don't rise.
God willing, we all have another 30 or 40 or 50 years left in us, right?
Yeah.
Look at how little space you have left in your collection room right now. And think about trying to stretch that amount of space out another 20 or 30 or 40 or 50. You know what I mean? It's just, it gets crazy when you think about it that way, man.
It does. It does. It does. And so that's where, I've kind of, I'll admit, I have narrowed my focus a little bit. So, I mean, I cut Star Wars out of my diet a little bit. There's just a few Star Wars figures that I'll get. I still have a few vintage ones and things like that. I'm mainly superhero, Transformers, Japanese robots, and anime. That's kind of where I'm sticking.
I love me some anime.
Yeah. So go ahead, Billy.
No, I was going to say, Mike brought up Fist of the North Star. Like that was the movie that brought me into anime. Like that movie,
100%.
that changed my life. Like
so good.
Yeah.
Like done. So that's all. That's like if I saw a good Ken figure or like anything from that show, like or movie,
they're out there.
I'd probably be buying it, just to have that shelf.
I was just telling you about being terrible influences. I'll definitely be I'll be sliding into your DMs right after this.
But the reason why too, especially with Japanese robots, I mean that's what's inspired Transformers, right? I mean Transformers started out as a Diaclone on that. So, but a lot of that inspiration, a lot of things that we see, I think when you look back, you can trace back to Transformers, to early anime mecha and things like that too as well. So, and that's kind of why I like that kind of stuff, is because it just does show, you could see those influences in Optimus Prime when you look at some of these other toys or whatever it may be. So on that. So what are you doing, Billy?
Now my son's Blockies collection, my wife had a question about it. That's all.
Okay. There we go.
And my 6-year-old I'm building up into a major collector, and he was busting my balls today because he's telling me he's the bigger Aliens fan because I don't own any Xenomorphs. And I'm like, man, if you only knew what my Xenomorph collection once looked like. Personally, like that's where the focus comes in. Like if I ever get myself a collection room, I think I would actually have like a whole section for the old Kenner Alien line, because man, that was dope as hell. I don't care, that brought me in so hard. Send in the Marines, like let's go.
Game over, man. All right, so anyway, but I know we're getting close to when we all turn into pumpkins and stuff like that here in about 15 minutes. So Mike, what's on the horizon for you?
On the horizon, so my band just got a new drummer, so we're playing our first show with him this Friday coming up, and he's in the couple of rehearsals that we've had with him so far has been like it's one of those things, man, when you get a new member and you get a shot in the arm, and this dude's really good, and I'm looking forward to playing with that lineup. So that's cool. And outside of that, man, I'm just gonna keep plugging, man. I got my shirt business and got designs I'm working on, and I have my actual like business that I do for a job that I'm building. So it's basically like full steam ahead on that stuff, and hanging out with Nessa and getting into mischief with her, and which is more of the same. But yeah, that's where I'm at, man. I'm just I'm in a good spot right now, so I'm
That's
kind of
great.
just, I'm not in like I'm coasting because I'm still working, but I'm just really, you know how to say life
Fulfilled.
is small pockets of like peace surrounded by disasters, and I'm in one of them pockets of peace right now, so I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as I can.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
man, live
it.
that up.
That's it. Will
Shit,
you be at
you-
TFCon Chicago?
Absolutely, I will be at TFCon Chicago. Yes, sir.
Billy just muted himself.
I'm losing it, man.
He's blocking people. He's muting people.
New York 100 Impressions wants your band name. He
Attention
wants to look it
photo.
up.
If you want to see the one that like that's going to be online more, it would be the McCullen Project.
See, I think I have the website for that up here somewhere.
And there, for the Transformer fans, I'm not sure if you guys, Billy, I don't know if you heard this one or not, but me and my drummer from Angel Down, Tony, we did a cover of Nothing's Gonna Stand in Our Way.
Oh no, I'll listen to that right after the show, though.
Yeah, I could send it to you. We tore it up pretty good, but yeah, we have a good time, man. We like to take sometimes some stuff that's outside our genre and make it hard rock or metal, which is something that we really did a lot of in Angel Down. So if you want, yeah, that would be the one that I would check out if you really want a representation of what I'm about musically, even though it's a lot of covers, but you get an idea.
Are y'all
I have nothing against
Spotify,
covers, man.
Apple Music, or anything like that?
No, I did write a bunch of music that I have on my YouTube channel under the name Hooligans Holiday, and that stuff is up there, but I have no intentions of like trying to put it anywhere else.
No worries. That's it. Anything else?
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I got.
Well, but this has been amazing. This has been great. I know this is the first time I've met you, Mike. I know Billy and y'all have met, and so it's been awesome.
Yeah,
just getting to know you and getting to know all about, and that's what I love about this community is just continuing to know about, learning about new people and new stuff. Even though you've probably been around, and I've only been around probably a couple years now. But yeah, it's been awesome. It's been really
Yeah, likewise, man. It's been fun being on the show, Billy. And I know you've been trying to get me on for a while, but I just had to wait to
Life,
kind of get
man. It's
life
life.
was going crazy there for a while,
Don't
just
worry.
scheduling wise. But I'm glad I got on, and yeah, I echo what Jimmy said, man. There's I met a lot of cool people in this community. I had a couple of people that I really like consider friends, and as a whole, there is a lot of creative people in our community, whether or not that's artwork or 3D printing or all kinds of different stuff. It's pretty amazing, man. That's the one thing that impressed me the most about the community is the artistic and creative ability of a lot of them. So
yeah, I agree. This community's just been wonderful. It's wild that there's a lot of people in this community, and a lot of people have opinions, right? And that's how I'm going to try to word this. It's wild how many of us just get along, and there's none of this hate in the community. Nobody's ripping people apart. Nobody's belittling anybody. Everybody's kind of supporting each other. And
Yeah.
It really makes me proud to be a member of that community. Like, I know I try, and I hope that everybody knows this, that I try to be that guy that everybody can reach out if they've got a question on, hey, how do I do this? Or, this looks really cool what you do. I try to teach them. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, hey, I have all these things going on, pay me for it. Like, it's more like, no, here you go. Let's do it. Let's show you how to do it. Like, I had a guy that wanted like this custom diorama last week. And I was like, listen, I'm not building anymore. Like, there's just a few that I'm getting rid of, but here, this is how I do it step by step. And I even drew it up for him. Like, I designed 2 shelves. I said, here you go. This is what your Junkions and Dinobots should look like. There you go. Here you go. This is exactly how to do it. But like, I feel like not every community is going to do that. And it's just been nice. I've made, like you said, just friends that you never expected to make friends with certain people, and now you're almost brothers. And it's really just a wonderful little group of trans fans.
Easy.
Brothers don't shake hands.
Bro,
Brothers
the
hug.
ER, not for nothing, by the way, but when we met, the ERC party was a good time.
Yeah.
I was twisted at that one, obviously, but
Oh no, we all were.
yeah.
So I was jumping between so many different group parties because I wasn't down for the whole shebang, and I had so many people I had to see and meet and do, and just jumping in and out. And then Derek introduced me to some amazing people. Like, I know Derek's in bed now, but like he helped me grow so much in the communities. He introduced me to people and he suggested things, and it's just so cool that there's people out there willing to do it. And Mike, you and Ness were so kind to my wife and myself, and so open and like just welcoming. And it's just nice to know that there's people out there that it could be intimidating. Like, listen, you're a top artist in the community. You've got a top collection in the community. And it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, is this guy even going to want to speak to me? And instead it's open arms. And that's what we appreciate.
Yeah, man. It's just another all the same people, you know what I mean? Just the size of the collection doesn't matter, and all that shit doesn't matter, you know?
No, it's how you display it.
Yeah, that too. By the way, Derek should be like, he should work in PR because he'd probably be making some money because
he'd be banking PR.
Yeah.
Seriously, man.
And then Tim Reagan from the game group. I don't know if you know Tim or not, but like Tim basically threw Jimmy and I together. He's like, let's get this show going. And and it sparked a great friendship, and it sparked a fun show. Like, we've had a blast running this show. We've met so many cool people. We've had great folks on. I think it just shows a lot for what this community is. And the fact that people want to be a part of this is another big one. Like, I appreciate you taking the time. I know you're busy. I know you got a lot going on. So, it's just nice.
Are you going to be in Chicago, Billy?
I'm 50-50. So we were planning on it. Everything was set. My wife 3 years ago was in a very serious car accident. She had to get her ankle completely rebuilt as part of it. And the surgery didn't take. And now she has to get this all done up. It was supposed to be done in the beginning of the summer. It got pushed back, and it's looking like it's going to be in the fall. It's a 6-week recovery period. And if it falls during TFCon, I'm not going to leave her. And that's it. So I'm a last minute booking, unfortunately, this year.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I had so much fun at TFCon, like the people, the crowd, and it didn't, I know it's going to come off wrong. It didn't smell like the fans. No, I'm serious, man.
I don't know.
I know, man. I know.
I don't know what line you were in, Billy.
I've been to some conventions where I've walked out like, oh dear God, like, I prayed for COVID again, and it's like at TFCon, it wasn't like that. Like, everybody I met, like, the rooms were clean because I jumped rooms too. Like, you partied and you drank and you did stuff with people. Hunter, thank you so much. You went back and forth, and it was always a good time. It was clean. You didn't have any odors surrounding you, and I appreciated that.
You know what's funny? Like, when they do like movie promotions and they'll give like quotes by movie critics and shit. I feel like there should be a TFCon.
It doesn't stink.
It doesn't stink.
It doesn't stink.
It doesn't stink. Billy the Kid.
Yeah.
New York Hunter, that's a lie.
New York Hunter Pressures just said the AC was really working well in Baltimore.
I'm saying, man, listen, if I'm torn to what convention to go to, and I find out one of them doesn't stink, I'm probably going to that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like my
worst
daughter,
case scenario, I mean, Dragon Shop could be making like, Transformers deodorant, or whatever, and just kind of.
Oh, that'd be so badass.
So
make natural deodorants with the Transformers going.
Are you any of you guys friends with Chris Bishop by any chance?
No.
Limited Number of Wives Customs. He is in the ERC group. He was on a podcast years ago, and they were at one of the TF cons handing out like spray deodorant and stuff like with their logo on it.
That's
That's
awesome.
So
friggin'
somebody
awesome.
was on it. Somebody was on
Yeah,
it.
There we go.
my daughter's a big cosplayer. Like she goes to numerous conventions and builds like sews, like does the whole thing. Like there's a wig upstairs right now that's like 6 feet long that she built for this convention coming up, and she'll always come back and just be like, these people,
Oh gosh, yeah.
you know.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. Like anime conventions, dang.
Yeah, well, that's
I'm
what they are.
telling you.
They're all anime
Yeah.
conventions.
And the funniest thing about anime conventions is they're all introverts. We got into the line for an autograph for someone that my daughter loved. She goes, "This line's long." I was like, "Honey," I said, "they're introverts. They will not talk to that guy." I was like, "We will get that autograph in no time." And sure enough, we were like 100th in line. 10 minutes later, boom, because they just go up there, hand their little picture, "I love your show," and then just walk off.
Yeah,
And
see,
that's it.
I don't
It's just
shut
like,
up. I'm like, bro, if we were at a convention and like Scott McNeil or somebody's there, I'd be like, listen, how do I get you on this show that I do with my friend
that's
Jimmy?
it.
You know, and it's what I do. By the way, my favorite name of the night, King Dingaling, states there are some shows in Chicago that I get dizzy holding my breath. I don't want to hear that. That's terrible. But King Dingaling,
Well,
man, that is a great
let's hope the Crown
handle.
Plaza has amazing AC, so that'll be
It
great.
should. It should.
That's it. So,
But yeah, I'm gonna probably start wrapping this up if you don't mind, just
Yeah.
because we're close to 11. Mike,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us. Thank you for just being a part of the Forge family, as I'm going to put it. Thank you for the insight on collecting, because I know as a Transformers fan, it can get hard. Like it's like, what do I want? And then like toys come out like that. Mechanic Skull Studios doing Armada, who I'd never think I'd want to buy Armada figures again, but they're so good.
Yeah.
It helps understanding streamlining and just finding that focal point on what Transformers or whatever you're collecting means to you first and foremost, and build on that.
Yep.
So thank you for joining us. Everybody, please go check out the Reflector Files if you haven't. Like, you're going to be blown away. There's no other way to put it. And like I said, your clothes, I'm not wearing one of your shirts now, but they're comfortable as hell. My wife took over the Shockwave shirt and made it really sexy, and that's how I'm going to leave that.
Good.
That's the one I got to get for my daughter.
As nature intended.
That's the one I got to. That's the one I got to get for my daughter. Not because of that. I got to get that.
No,
one for my
we
daughter
understand.
because Shockwave is her favorite character.
This is weird timing. That's all.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
no, the
just
timing's terrible.
And on that note, so,
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it, and it was a good time chatting with you guys. And Jimmy, I'll see you in Chicago, and Billy.
He's a definite. I'm
maybe
50-50.
I'll see
I'll
you.
let you guys know as soon as I get a date. I'm hoping we can, because my
All right,
wife loved it.
We'll get lit.
that's it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm packing. All right. Hey, speaking of the best movie I've seen in a long time, are we gonna Naked Gun it?
Yes, absolutely. Did you see the new one?
Oh, I loved it.
It was
I saw it
so
opening
good.
night in theaters.
It
It
was
was
so good.
so good. It was so good.
So what we do is, as we end this stream, we kind of pause, freeze until it ends. So until next time, folks, we'll see you later.